But the next view, though, is the front. Now, interestingly, that screams Inquisitor? Inquiry class from Picard.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
That kind of like, and we've got a big, giant, flat, curved thing. Better done, of course, but very similar. Which, of course, one precede the other one, so it's not as if they're designed to be the same, but interesting.
Is the deflector supposed to be red? It's like they mixed the colors. The blue at the back is supposed to be at the front, and that red color for the deflector is supposed to be at the back for impulse engines.
This is what it was set to. I disagree. Should be red and blue, and it would look nicer. Isn't that
or yellow would be fine too.
Oh yeah, well yeah, or yellow. Is it a bit too Tron-like? Because for me, I'm seeing it as a giant laser bar with stuff on it. Like, it doesn't have a deflector vibe so much as, look, we're neon with stuff stuck on. Like, it's pulled too much away from the deflector mentality. Now it just feels neon strip. Personally. Okay, fair enough.
Photon torpedo launchers right underneath. One on each side. I would prefer there be two on each side, personally. There's room
even a
for
space for it.
Yeah,
that's weird.
And you can see the delta as well on the side, just minus the pinstriping going back from it.
That's just a broken alpha. Ignore that. Please do. There's also photons right at the front, the actual tip of the saucer, which I kind of like. I like they've got a red little on light, so you know they're standby. Which is a nice detail.
And this has a very egregious thing, in my opinion. The windows on the flat floor, at least on the Galaxy, they're on the bottom, but they were curved a bit, so you could imagine them being like, this is just literally windows on the floor.
It is a trope in any flat ship. This is a very flat ship, right? And it probably could have done with some depth, but then I could see it, we could dodge more things. But like before, a lot of non-detail on the bottom. Probably this thing didn't get a lot of lower hull love in the game because you couldn't see it much from the bottom. But more phaser strips could have had all sorts of things, and what is there is underwhelming. More on the saucer. I can't secondary hull, but the saucer is just, it feels underdeveloped, right?
The one thing that's kind of bothering me with this view is those nacelles, how they kind of point down, and it's not really noticeable from the side or the top necessarily. It's a little bit of, I just wish they were more straight out than down like that, personally, but small thing.
Is it missing, maybe not a captain's yacht, but some secondary craft in what is again okay.
100% could use something more detailed on the bottom there.
Because you could have had a new, within design, but a custom attack ship.
Just have a phaser lance there, man.
Or that would have been cool. Got me on there. Especially if you replaced the front torpedo launchers with a phaser lance right at the tip, and then have implied detailing all around it going back.
Yeah, you could definitely do something cool there for sure.
And then you could have had, just as with the top additional detail on the Galaxy XO torpedoes and phaser things, you could have torpedo launchers either side of this imaginary lance we've invented and kind of detail that up as well. That would have been really cool. And then, doubling down on that, if the lance continued all the way back into the deflector, into the secondary hull, they had two smaller blue deflectors. I think would look super cool, like properly designed with the lance. Oh, that would look so cool.
And with the amount of firepower this thing has, it's specifically designed to like kind of shoot up, like almost like a submarine attacking something on the surface. But
I'm underwhelmed by its overall firepower feel. I get if that is one's a gimmick, it could be so much more chock-a-block with weapons. But let's look at that though. The next view has pulse phasers, right, pride of place. A lot of just black paneling, missing a lot of oomph there.
And again, it shows the size of this ship as not being super big. I mean, there's not many decks going on here with the windows, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the smaller ship vibe that it's got.
Yeah, me too for sure. Bigger and bolder, or smaller and sleeker, the same concept. Or even there's a ship for a thing we're doing. Take a capital ship you know and love, and if you can half its size for the next generation version, with the same firepower, it might technically be the same firepower, but you've now given all maneuverability buffs and all these extra elements. Like you've made it more efficient and more capable. So, Enterprise E firepower in a smaller size is actually a giant level up, right? But again,
I do like the weapons detail there. I do really like that.
And the strips are kind of cool. The little rings, subtle. It's still lacking something for me. Next view, though, is a more detailed shot of the back. All pretty the same as we've done previously. There's almost kind of a skeletal vibe by having the distinct black cut-ins. Kind of like bones.
I was going to make some kind of comment about that, but I like the way you put that. It almost feels like the ship's wrapped in an exoskeleton of some kind.
Yes, exactly.
Which I would be fine with as if it's some kind of new armor, like some kind of between like those black panels, like there's almost like an energy field that like it's almost like extra shielding that pops up in those areas just to kind of reinforce. That'd be kind of neat.
Or maybe they travelled the multiverse and has an adamantium skeleton on top.
With vibranium exoskeleton.
Yeah, and those blue circles are actually arc reactors.
Yep. Oh, perfect. There
Cannon.
You go. And that big long deflector, it actually launches like a Captain America type shield out the front. Kind of like the TMNT Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, manhole cover launcher on their van. Yeah.
Stuart, this would be the best fan film ever. Right, does this thing hold up? And I do think these are more famous views because fans have made versions where the shape is important, not so the details. So here's the top and bottom. Your thoughts?
Love the top view. I like the detail that's going on there and all the little eccentricities that's going on. Bottom, not so much. Bottom seems a little plain. I do like that there's more escape pods on the bottom. That helps me because escape pods are a pretty important deal for ships. So, and again, from these views, you can't tell that those nacelles are angled down. I don't know, and I prefer just in my brain, I like them being straight.
I'm confused as to why. I says in the other talking, but the fact there's a bottom phaser strip at the right spot. Why is there not a mirrored one on the top? It feels so obvious to have that
on the outer edge of the saucer.
Yeah, just same-ish placement. Dual phaser strips would be nice.
Yeah, and you could keep those ones near the middle of the hull, and just have extra. Yeah.
And they really are Type 11 nacelles, but with black cut-ins, which is just for YOLO, right?
Yeah,
just for detail. Also,
you're missing a phaser strip on the bottom at the back, like along just right at the back there would be fine.
And the spine, the lower spine, like it's for a ship armed to the teeth, it is lackingly armed. But you can see in the middle of the hull there, there's these raised sort of ovally things. Those are the giant launchers. They're kind of subtle because then they're all kind of just in the neck and they're all kind of like, hello, we're weapons. It's like, yeah, but that's the big thing. But they're kind of subtle. But I do agree, top view's quite nice. It's both beautifully canonically Trekian vibe while still being its own thing. Bottom, unfortunately, feels like a belly with stuff on it. But that's what it is, right? And you can't always win that battle. Let's see how the other views feel.
This side view feels better to me than the concept art did. It's less rounded. It's more, and it looks a lot more aggressive and nice. I like that. And honestly, the pointing down nacelles in these views don't bother me.
No, they're okay.
That's a nice look. So
they're not the best front view or back view, are they? Back view's okay, but there's a weird lack of detail on the bottom of the hull.
The back view reminds me of a runabout or
something. I know what you mean. Yeah, the runabout. Yeah. I mean, because it optically illusions that the impulse engines are in the pylons, which would actually be kind of cool. Actually, the front view reminds me of a Devore warship, kind of with the kind of coloring and the main hull vibe.
Yeah, I like that front view. That is a very aggressive view, I think.
Something about it though for me, maybe it's because the secondary hull is almost a flat pancake. If it had another something to it, like the phaser launch, I don't know, it's just a little bit too flat. Maybe the ship is designed to land. Maybe that's a big gimmick, because that would be pretty epic if a warship can land. And because I mean, certainly of all the ships we've seen in Trek, pretty damn flat, pretty damn not that big, right?
Maybe they can use it for land on a planet and use it for orbital assaults, just because it launches weapons straight up.
Orbital defense more than assault.
Yeah. No, I like the front view. I like the shape of that secondary hull from the front. I think that looks actually very cool. Takes a sidestep or two from standard Starfleet design, but
not a super large step though.
Exactly, it progresses it more, in my opinion.
I don't know if I would have, if you showed me this without being Trekyards or knowing. I don't know if I would have said Warship from this. Like, it's so sleek and integrated that it doesn't necessarily give Warship vibe. It gives flat. Not even necessarily fast, just flat cruiser vibes.
It gives like a personnel transport kind of vibe, honestly, from the side. It kind of has just like a
sort of stocky and integrated, and
it doesn't feel Warship-like from the side.
Like Prometheus, of course, it's pointy as hell. Warship! But it feels like it can just pierce through and do things. This does not have that feel. I'm intrigued. But last view, though, is another nice 3/4. We get to appreciate the pylons and the lovely blue glow. Again, missing registries. That would certainly help. It's just not quite hero detail. I would do a few things. Perhaps I would even, if you want to be a bit more fancy, there's a lovely curve to the middle zone in the saucer. If you had some next to the transport emitters, there's like obviously a box of plate. If you had in some of those boxes potentially the Voyager style cut in with the bigger windows, that might help the detail level. A few of those around might be nice. There's a few things I would do for sure.
Mm-hmm. But overall, a pretty interesting little ship, and worth taking a look at. So again,
and our best views we've ever done. Very happy to see it. Yeah.
Again, thank you to the STO team for doing this kind of thing. We really appreciate that, and keep up the good work in that regard, because we love looking at these things in more detail and bringing back some of those old legacy game ships and stuff. There's really cool stuff. So
yeah, and keep making these ships, because we love to talk about them. We love to read them. We love to see them in full HD. And as we, even though I have thoughts, it's damn faithful to the concept art, which is obviously the point of these, is to recreate it for a fresh audience. Maybe you could make a refit in, there you go, T6 version, Stowe. There you go. I gave you an extra bundle. But yeah, keep making them, keep supporting. If you want to support us as well, Patreon is a great way. It's monthly. Let us do what we do here, or join the channel. It is also monthly, but on YouTube, hence the join button. There's a button. Go look for it. Or one-time help via super chatting during a live, super thanksing on a video. Any video, like this one, or any. Or join the channel, I always said that, or PayPal, trekyards@hotmail.com. All the ways. Thank you for any and all.
And some of the easiest, just hitting that like button, making sure you're subscribed, and click the bell notification icon to all. Also, we love to hear from you guys, not only just in lives, but in the comments section. So go comment down below what you thought about this design, and whether you played Dominion Wars, or if you knew it even existed. If you're not, go look it up.
If you've got the ship in Stowe, let us know how pew it goes. Trying to rhyme there for a third. Yes, let us know, because this thing must be a beast in the game to kind of continue its legacy. So let us know how cool it is in the game.
Yeah. So until next time, he is Commander Cockings.
He's Captain Foley.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.